Go ahead.
So back to who runs the world. So let's take a step back. You're being bombarded, bombarded. And as far as I'm concerned, we're at the point now where everything is propaganda. Everything. You turn on ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox News, the press room at the White House. It's all propaganda. What is the truth in that whole scenario? Who knows? But it's good for people. It's like football games. People like to scream and yell, this quarterback good, this halfback's good, they got a better team, on and on and on. So they're picking and choosing. The Epstein thing. I mean, the whole world knows that there's been pedophilia forever. So is that really what it's all about? Who's ever going to go to jail? No one. Who's ever going to get tracked down? No one. Is Epstein even dead? I don't know. Who the hell? But they keep throwing it. It's like trauma. They want to throw trauma. You want some trauma? What are you doing today? Here's some trauma. Let me say Epstein. You want some more trauma? Let me say Iran. Okay. Not that. What do we have against Iran? I don't know. Anyway, there is a plan in place, and we're not leaving Iran. Period. End discussion. So take it off the table. So where are we headed with this whole thing? As it turns out, the Straits of Hormuz, we're locking up 20% of the energy coming out of the Middle East, in addition to aluminum fertilizer, etc. Why are we doing that? These people just don't. When you look at it on the media, on TV, it's like, oh shit, by the way, did you know a lot of fertilizer comes through there? Well, no, but someone did. Oh shit, do you know there's a lot of oil byproducts there, like 43,000 petro particles are used in drugs and manufacturing and everything else. No, but someone did. This is new. It may be news to the consumer that's watching the TV, but the people that are pulling the trigger and dropping the bombs, they know all this shit. How many bombs does it take to attack Iran, and how many have we used so far? Well, they know. We don't know. So there's somebody, you want to call it people sitting in a room, but there are orders coming down on where this whole thing is heading, and I don't believe for one second that it's Donald Trump. And it's a global issue here. So where's the central power? Let me just go back to that thing I just told you about in Germany during World War II, the Thule Society, the industrials, the real power in Germany, who you never hear. They were never touched. They were never bombed. They had castles and they were car manufacturers. They were in every industry in Germany. They own Germany because it's not about money. You own the land, you own the industry, you own the country. So we're heading where? What is this all about? And in the meantime, the thing's going to get sucked into that whole thing is that thing that you put in your pocket every day that pays all the bills. Thank you.